Hey guys, welcome to The Market is Open. Check us out on themarketisopen.com. Today we're going to talk about Tesla acquiring a company called Maxwell Technologies, mainly for their battery related assets. So we're going to talk a bit about that today. First of all, please subscribe to our channel. We have tons of Tesla videos and stock videos. And to stay up to date, would love if you would subscribe. Okay, so let's have a look at how these two stocks performed today. So Maxwell Technologies got acquired for $218 million. So the stock went up about almost 50% today. Tesla, surprisingly, I think it was down for part of the day, but it actually closed up, which is a positive sign. Usually the acquirer stock gets hit because they're the ones spending all the money. This transaction was a stock deal. So Tesla's paying all in stock instead of cash. So you would expect Tesla shares to get diluted when the transaction goes through, but obviously investors believe that this acquisition has some value to it. So this company, Maxwell, is pretty interesting. So it seems like they're in the early stages of ramping up their battery technology, and they even said that they're looking for partners and partnerships with other companies in order to scale up their business. So far it looks like they have a proof of concept where they have 300 watt hours per kilogram in terms of their battery capacity. They call this a dry battery electrode, which they say has over 10% advantage over wet battery electrodes, which I guess are traditional batteries. It seems that not only can the batteries hold more energy, but there's also a significant cost savings as well as a weight gain because they can hold more energy per kilogram. You don't need as much weight for the battery in a car, for example. And it seems that they also have some breakthrough innovations, or at least a path towards that, to eliminate something called a first cycle loss, which is a problem that lithium ion batteries have. And these dry battery electrodes seem to be able to overcome that. Again, they're in the early stages of this, it seems, but obviously Tesla was happy with what they saw and decided to acquire this company. So some of the other reasons why Tesla may have acquired this company, well, first of all, not only do they get the breakthrough technology and all the patents of this company, they also get a team of battery experts and people that are sort of developing and experimenting and trying new chemistries to develop different types of batteries or new types of batteries in order to make them more efficient. So that's great if Tesla can take that technology and integrate it into their company. The other advantage of acquiring this company, instead of sort of developing their own technology from the ground up, is to block competitors from acquiring this technology. So now Tesla has control over this technology. Other competitors will have to look elsewhere for battery technology or develop their own somewhere else. That said, Tesla does give away all of its patents for free, so competitors can probably use this technology, but again, that's probably better than a competitor buying this company, and then Tesla would have a problem using their patents. Okay, so in addition to the battery experts that they get, the whole team at Maxwell, and the breakthrough technology, all of these new chemistries and processes for making batteries, for $218 million of stock, Tesla also acquires the company's balance sheet as well. They do lose money every quarter, about $10 million, less than $10 million a quarter, which is Tesla can easily handle that with their income statement. But the company does have about $50 million in cash. They divested a part of their business in order to become sort of a pure play on batteries, and because of that, they have all this cash on their balance sheet. And they also have a deal with Volvo for $100 million. That's lifetime revenue. Again, that's revenue. But it's a deal with Volvo. Who knows if Tesla will keep these deals, but it'll be interesting if they sort of supply other companies with Tesla's technology. It seems that Tesla is already doing that. They're already supplying power packs for charging stations for other companies. So it seems that maybe this deal will help Tesla expand and be a supplier to other car companies, as well as develop its own battery technology for itself. Now, by the way, this is just an aside. It actually has nothing to do with today's acquisition, but it does have to do with batteries. This guy here, Jacques Ricard, he tore apart Tesla's Model 3 2170 battery, and he told us what was in it. Now, this is a lithium ion battery. However, you might be surprised to know that only 2% of it is lithium. So when people are talking about lithium ion, like there's not very much lithium actually in it. Most of it is actually made up of nickel. I think 85% of the cathode was nickel, and the anode is made out of graphite. So graphite is fairly cheap. It's like the same stuff that's in your pencil. But nickel is quite expensive. So it seems that, I think even Elon talked about this before, but the price of the battery is very reliant on the price of nickel. And there is a bit of cobalt in it. Cobalt is sort of an expensive material, and it's comes from countries in questionable ways. So Tesla has been phasing that out. One of the reasons they didn't buy Maxwell in order to phase out cobalt. I think Tesla's doing that on their own. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that most of the battery was actually made out of nickel. Okay, so more about this acquisition. So Tesla spent $218 million, as I mentioned. Now that's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of stock for Tesla. They have like a $60 billion market cap. So this is about like 0.3% of their market cap in order to acquire this what they consider breakthrough technology. So this company Maxwell has, they already have customers. They have an advanced battery technology and a process of manufacturing this. Hopefully they can integrate it with Tesla in order to scale up. What's perfect about this is that it fits in with the automotive and energy storage solutions. So they're designing these batteries for cars, and they're also designing them for like Tesla style power packs and charging stations, for example. Now I also mentioned that they divested part of their business, so now they're a pure play. So this acquisition was fairly low risk for Tesla. $200 million is nothing for them, or it's not a lot for them. And losses of $10 million is really, not a lot for Tesla. I mean, they bought Solar City, which was losing like $2 billion a year, and they seem to have sort of gotten over that. But if this battery technology does prove to be like what they say that it is, the whole purpose of this acquisition, I believe, was to sort of integrate it in with Tesla and to reach scale. Tesla does have more money than these guys, believe it or not. Tesla they have over $3 billion, whereas these guys have $50 million in cash. So Tesla can definitely invest more into this, and not only that, but they can put it in all of their new cars. And if this new battery technology can cut costs, then Tesla can save thousands of dollars per car. They can lower the weight of the car, which would make it faster, make it have longer range. And so there's a lot of benefits if this turns out to be what they say it is. So is Maxwell the real deal? So it'll be hard to tell. It'll probably take a couple years for us to even tell. It'll take a couple years for us for Tesla to even integrate it into their company and sort of create manufacturing processes that at scale for this technology. But even Elon has tweeted that he was sort of he was in the market for different types of battery technology, and he didn't come across anything that looked reliable or looked like something that he would have been interested in. So because he chose Maxwell, it seems that perhaps maybe Tesla tested it out and they were happy with what they saw. And Elon, I guess, must really believe that these guys are the real deal, and that's probably why they're getting acquired. So normally my rule of thumb is, actually a friend of mine's rule of thumb is that not to believe anything that has to do with chemistry in terms of being integrated into a product for consumers. So it's sort of like an I'll believe it when I see it type scenario, because it could be years down the road. So I wouldn't get too excited about this until I sort of see the results of it. I think right away you'll see an impact on the income statement, a small impact from the losses of this company before you'll see the benefits of this company. So it could take a couple quarters or even years down the road before you start seeing the benefits of this. But the fact that Tesla is sort of like a results-driven company, Elon's like a no-fluff type person. Like it leads me to believe that they do have something, and I am happy that Tesla has purchased this. It seems that it's a low-risk acquisition in order to have great rewards. So they could have great cost savings, as I mentioned. They'll stay ahead of the competition with great battery technology in terms of that's higher energy density, which leads to more range in cars, higher like output from the batteries, and lighter weight for the cars. So in all, I think the market actually behaved properly today. They didn't bid up or take down Tesla stock too much. It seems like a small acquisition, and we'll see where this goes. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and smash that like button.